Hello, grand rising this morning. I don't know about everybody else, but then again, I do know about everyone else. Because there is no separation between anybody. I am you, you are me. And we are we. Now, what can I say that has not yet already been said by countless YouTubers, podcast networks, but it's okay, because what I have to say and how I have to say it, and the authority behind the words that proceed from my being are anchored in my Christ I am presence. I am one with God. I am one with Gaia, the earth. I am one with this seat that I am sitting in. I am one with this window. You catch my drift. Nothing escapes the essence of God, because the essence of God is in all things. Upon my studying over the last 11 months, diving deep into very esoteric and ancient teachings, practices, mantras, and just conscious, intentional thought patterns to anchor in heaven on earth, because Yeshua, another incarnation of mine, I once said that we would go and do greater things than he. That we can do all things through Christ who gives us strength. Now, people hear that and they think that we have to worship Jesus as a deity, as the supreme God. He himself said, "Why do you call me good? Nothing is good but God." He understood, even in his fully human and fully divine anchorings in fifth dimensional vibrational frequencies, after 20 years of going around the world, where he disappeared from the Bible and then reappeared as a teacher and as a rabbi. What he started, he will finish in us. What we started in ourselves, we will carry out unto its fulfillment. You know what I mean? Understanding. I mean, really understanding that as I sit and as I speak, the air that fills my lungs is the same air that fills God's. The same air that is in everyone else's lungs is the same air that fills God. He breathed in the breath of life. And Adam was who Adam was. The first understanding that everything that we have been taught, everything, was to keep us small-minded, to keep us idle slaves of their dark networks and their power schemes, to keep us belittled and bewildered. But no more. I call upon the archangels. I call upon Michael and his blue flame and your divine shield of protection, peace, and sovereign light. I call upon Archangel Raphael to lay your healing hands and to sing your healing melodies upon the earth in this moment. As it is, and as I started, it was 3:33 a.m. my self-declared holy hour. Why did I decide to go live, not knowing anything about what I wanted to say, not sure of where I was going to go or what I was going to do with this? But I knew and I felt just deep knowing after earlier today and just reading so many confirmations on YouTube and all the other streamers that I subscribe to. This collective, we are special, set apart for such a time as this. A royal priesthood to carry his authority on the earth with no waver. Believe in yourself. There are no external deities or anyone who is going to come and save and rescue any of us. They cannot affect our free will. And we ultimately have to choose to align ourselves with the divine alignment in the cosmos' plan. You either get in line with the universe or the universe runs you over. It won't be detrimental because there are no wrong choices, there are no wrong actions. But you can increase or decrease the volume and magnitude of said karma depending on if your actions carry good, high vibrational tendencies or if they're poor, low vibrational tendencies. 911 on the clock as I said that. Not the clock, but the live. So, that being said, the alarm has been sounded. The trumpets have blown. The days of Nova Gaia and her radiance are upon us. She, in alignment with me and all the other light workers and star seeds out here who are called, who chose this life, every minute of it, there is no random coincidences. Everything is connected, and everything is congruent. There is no separation between past, present, and future. I embody and anchor the knowing that time is linear. That statement is a false commodity. Time is layered. Before I started speaking, here's an example. Before I started speaking that statement, this sentence, that was the present. As I'm speaking, before I started speaking, that was the past. As I am speaking, that is the present. And before I finish, that is the future. But all are simultaneously layered together. 13,000 years ago, when Atlantis sank, again, another lie. Because Atlantis is a frequency. Lemuria is a frequency. And if you embody or have any understanding of what it truly means to be an angel wrapped in human flesh, celestial wings, eternal spirit, and the authority of God at your disposal, if you consciously choose to uplift and uphold unity consciousness for oneness and peace on earth. Now, that being said, I want to take a second to just acknowledge the shooting of Charlie Kirk. I won't call it an assassination as they label it in society, because that is their term for something that occurred. But we, the chosen, we, the enlightened, we, the awakened, we have different terminology. I choose to vibrationally choose different terminologies. I refuse to continue being labeled, being contradicted, being boxed in, or being small-sized by anyone or anything. Elon Musk, Donald Trump included, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, any of them. You cannot scare what you cannot scare. I only fear God, aka myself, yourself, ourselves. There is nothing to fear, because fear is a false evidential appearance of reality. 14:14 on the timer. Now, how does one go about anchoring in the light of Christ on the earth in their day-to-day decisions? I, for one, choose to still show up wherever I am, whatever I am doing. And I make sure, not without going way out of my way, because that's not flowing with the universe. That's pushing. That's trying to instill my own will on things. So I allow things to manifest or unfold divinely in their pristine time. And oh, what a glorious manifestation we have unfolding on the earth these days. The cosmic dance of the planetary support, alignment, the spiritual bodies in their higher realms, way more than just bodies of rock floating around in space. Again, the all is mental. The universe, I said that backwards. The all is mind. The universe is mental. As above, so below. So below, as above. As within, so without. So without, as within. I have not always made the best decisions. I am far from perfect, but at the same time, I am perfection in its state, because I consciously know that there is no separation between me and God. There is no separation between me and the divine. I am the embodiment and the bridge between worlds, and I am not the only one. But I am one of those who the universe themselves have crowned in the higher realms. I am royal. I am galactic. And I remember who I am. And I remember who we are. 1717, which turns into 88. Everything started advancing so drastic after the Lionsgate portal in August. And now the month of September, and we have 3 successions of 999 portals in this month. Do you understand the severity behind the energetic power that numbers really play in this world? Everything has a meaning. Nothing is wasted. All potential is still boundless and limitless. And soon, 1818, soon, we luminous, homo luminous beings of eternal light, the divine light of Christ, his return to this earth, predicted so long ago, lied and misconstrued in the book of Revelation, saying that he will come from the clouds on a white horse and he will judge the world. That is not the truth. The Spirit of God returned. Christ returned the minute the Holy Spirit descended after his ascension. And we, those who walk in his power, those who trust truly in knowing that it's not just his power, but every single spark inside of every single human has the potential to manifest whatever their heart desires. And my heart desires heaven on earth. My role in this is that I am supposed to be one of the leaders, a healer. Past lives, I was priests or monks, shamans, poets, Renaissance magicians. I walk with God, just like Enoch, aka Metatron. And what that means is that I also have the double power of Elijah. And Elijah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all the prophets of old, Enoch himself, Melchizedek, I can never say his name. Lord, Melchizedek, whatever. I'll figure it out eventually. Anyways, Lord Yeshua, Lord Krishna, Lord Buddha, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahman, Kali, Ganeshi, Sekhmet, Osiris, Isis, Anubis, Horus, Ra, Amun Ra, Ha Ra. Understanding the breath intentionally focused with my conscious, it makes all the difference. Now, I must be honest, most of this year, I personally feel that I haven't lived up to my designated role in all of this. I mean, I am, because I consciously choose to inhale through my nose with the intent of breathing in Nova Gaia and exhaling through my mouth after the conscious breath work of the 4-8-4, 4-4-8, whichever those are, the 4 holds, breathe in, breathe out. Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus. The Hermetic principles teach us that what we see with our eyes, we are the universe experiencing itself in human form. We are angels cloaked with skin, more than just flesh and bone. 24/24. Shout out to Kobe. Because my Mamba mentality, people say, what have you been doing lately with yourself? Some would say everything is falling apart. Financial disasters, and the job that you have doesn't pay that great. your coworkers think that you're very strange, weird, and just out there. But it's okay. I consciously swim in frequencies far above those of your average human because they choose to stick to what they know, stick to what is useful, what is easy. Nothing in life that is easy is ever not worth it, but also not free. Whatever you must do in life, you must do to the fullest of your God, I am self. He said, do you know that you are God? Remembering that you are God. What about amnesia and all these other words of these clinical directories with all these medical terms of this means this means that. If this person's reacting or thinking or saying or doing these actions, then it means this because it's based off of examples and, pre-registered or gathered data between, 100 people or thousands of people, and, percentages show this rate, percentages show that. I consciously, at this point in my life, choose to say no. Show me the facts all day long. I don't care. I do not care. I, as one with God, know that we are much more than just homebody, work by day, work by night, whatever your schedule is, whatever your cycles are. We're much more than just flesh and bone walking around on a rock. And that rock herself, boy oh boy, is she radiating. I don't know if anyone else seen just how amazingly bright and exuberant the sunshine was today upon the earth, upon its trees, upon its bricks, upon its wood, every aspect of this simulation. From this containment zone that is no longer a quarantine, we have ascended, are ascending. 28:28 on the clock. I remember Lemuria. I remember Atlantis. Being told that this was not by a long shot my first time on this planet. Knowing that I chose to come back to be on the planet right now, anchoring in this Christ light on the earth, so everyone else may get a chance to feel and experience bliss. I mean, true bliss. Some would say it even feels like an emptiness. 29:29. And what I mean by emptiness is that it's also whole. The circumstances around me, they don't dictate or mandate my actions. I consciously still choose to obey or follow the directives of those who I place ethically, morally, and evolutionally in front of me. But at the same time, I'm also being called to not continue with that, and instead have the faith, take that leap, and say and do the things I'm doing now. 30 on the timer. Again, I say, as a royal priest, carrying the authority of God, I too have a lot to live up to. I have to eat vibrationally correct. I have to maintain my optimal diet. I have to maintain optimal coherence with the vibrational frequencies that are that of fifth dimensional vibrations. And one can say or do these things and make it seem like it's pretty simple or that it's really hard. It all boils down to, what do you put your faith in? Do you put your faith in yourself, or do you put your faith in a society that continues to label and dictate and fearmonger? Don't watch the news. They're paid to say and do all the things that they say and do. They have a job and they want to support their families. And so they present those facts, those news articles, those stories. They divulge the information the way that they feel at peace with themselves, you would think, for the most part. And then there are those who literally just, I don't understand how they sleep at night. But again, in that statement, I know how they sleep at night because I am them and they are me. And I know how my sleep patterns are. I know how my dreams work. I know how my past lives or my future moments work. We have a choice. And with that choice, I choose light. I choose to embody my highest Christ self at all times. And that is why I go by Khristos Divina 3333 on the timer. For it means in Hebrew, the Christ, my beloved. And as his beloved, that he designed, handcrafted, it is my honor, it is my duty, and it is my birthright to receive the inheritance that was promised when the kingdom of God reigns. The golden age of Aquarius is now. In the coming months and years, expect to be mind shattered. Everything that we thought we knew, we didn't, but we do, because we did. And what I mean by this is that there's nothing unseen and no stone that will be left untouched, unturned. Nothing kept in the dark will stay in the dark. All things shall be revealed. More will be revealed in time. And I choose to follow my higher self's plan. I choose. Now, I understand what you're saying. I went all over the place with this message. It wasn't really on point or whatnot or whatever. I wasn't trying to. It's not how my mind works. That's not how I consciously operate. But if you can feel this energy, I don't have to say a word. You can just feel it. 555 on the clock. A change is coming. A change is here. And I am that change. And we are that change. I love you all. Ashe. Love and light.